looked out the window and I saw a man beating up a woman on the ground, and he was trying to take her clothes off. I ran upstairs, I grabbed my pistol, and then I came outside and I asked what's going on. And the girl screamed, "I'm 15, help me." So I pointed my gun at him, took his hands off her right away, and he went chasing after her, so I went chasing after him, and she got away. She went to someone she knew apartment.
At first I was scared because I literally thought she was about to get raped. I think if he didn't come out, she probably would have got raped.
The media will show pics of the guy from 20 years ago when he was in middle school. Yes, we need sympathy to win. Guy might be boned, even though it is Texas, Harris County is more Democrat, he might get charged with indecent exposure to a minor and brandishing a weapon. Which weapon? Okay, well, the assaulter walks free. Amen. If that is indecent exposure and you save a person, amen, don't go to a private. And also remember, saying we don't need a gun because we have police, that's like saying we don't need firefighter because we have a water pistol.
That we have said from the very beginning. If somebody is presenting us scientifically a solid system how to identify men and women, we are the first ones to do it. We do not like this uncertainty. We do not like it for the overall situation for nobody. So we would be more than pleased to look into it.
IOC President Thomas Bach says there is no scientific system to identify a woman. If someone is XY, has high testosterone level, acts like a man, fights like a man, and presents himself to the public as a man, pretty sure he is a man. Have people lost their minds? I don't think so. I just think people are trying to be very empathetic when I was not allowed to be that empathetic back in the day. Woke people, it's like they're pretending to know something they have no idea about, and then they would pretend like they don't know about certain things when it was so normal back in the day, maybe a few years ago.
The more you judge, the more you're going to separate yourself, and you'll feel good for an instant because you'll feel good about yourself. I'm better than that. But then you're going to feel lonely, and then you're just going to see negativity everywhere. The world just reflects your own feelings back at you. Reality is neutral. Reality has no judgments. To a tree, there's no concept of right or wrong or good or bad.
I know, I'm judging, just like the others are judging. I agree with you, but at the same time, reality is neutral.
Because I'm a fighter, I'm a boxer, I've been there in the ring, I've gotten hit by fighters who have taken testosterone. And let me tell you, you don't want to be in the ring. It feels like getting hit with a baseball bat. It really does. And it changes your body. It changes your physical inside, and you become stronger, whether you're a man or a woman. And so that testosterone level is, it's dangerous, like I said.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? IBA didn't disqualify this lady because she had too much high testosterone. They disqualified her for another reason. Maybe she does have certain chromosomes, X and Y. And sure, certain people might say, hey, she's intersex, she might have both, but she identified with one more. I'm like, okay, so the testosterone level isn't an issue? The fact that even the other intersex person has punched a lady in the back of the head, which is actually illegal, and she wasn't disqualified for that? Triple combo. I know you can't believe your eyes because it seems that the police are blocking the Muslim people and not the British people. Well, right-wingers are now planting decoy protests in the UK, and when the police arrive, the only people that they find are armed Islamist mobs who will mobilize to attack the fake protests. I mean, we're not sure if they were going to attack, but the fact that the police come there and only find them, it's kinda hilarious. It is.
What do you do to solve U.S. homelessness?
I would reopen mental institutions, public mental institutions, and put most of them in there because that's what most of them are, is mentally ill, and they're homeless by choice. Most homeless people are homeless by choice or due to severe mental illness.
Would you also implement policies to ensure the continuity of care once these people were out of the mental institution?
We already had such policies, and Democrats destroyed it all. The passive-aggressive Midwest Democrats, with their bleeding hearts, decided that they were going to tear down the public mental institutions. The reason that they did it is because they sent a reporter went into one and found signs of abuse in one institution. And so they tore the entire thing down. That's why you have homeless people sitting on the sidewalks in San Francisco, and why you have them on the sidewalks in Miami, why you have needles all over the place, because these are literally mentally ill people and you can't do anything with them. Nothing.
I will say that is a very valid point. I agree with that.
Just think about it. If we can apply that logic to, I don't know, divorce court or alimony or all the Me Too movement, there's so many things that we can cancel. But if you try to bring this up, so ladies and gentlemen, this is something that happened undercover in Planned Parenthood. They were selling body parts, organs. That's like a business. So all the people that say that it did happen, it actually did happen. Yeah, this isn't funny at all. And Kamala Harris seems to have blocked it because for some odd reason an injunction was obtained which prevented the release of the footage until this year, when the court finally ruled that the suppressed footage could be published. Yes, Kamala freaking Harris blocked it because he was the AG of California that time.
I did not interview men for the first 4 years of my study. And it wasn't until a man looked at me one day after a book signing and said, "I love what you have to say about shame. I'm curious why you didn't mention men." And I said, "I don't study men." And he said, "That's convenient." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you say to reach out, tell our story, be vulnerable. But you see those books you just signed for my wife and my 3 daughters?" I said, "Yeah. They'd rather me die on top of my white horse than watch me fall down." When we reach out and be vulnerable, we get the shit beat out of us. And don't tell me it's from the guys and the coaches and the dads. Because the women in my life are harder on me than anyone else.
The women in my life are harder on me than anyone else. It astounds me that all women don't already know this. Brother, you should be a preacher because you're preaching the truth.
I have these young girls who we're friendly with. Beautiful, smart. They went out one night. They told me where they went. They went here for dinner. They went there for drinks. Not one guy came over to them. Not one. Anywhere. How is that possible? That would never happen when I was growing up.
Just shoot your shot. I mean, honestly, what do you actually have to lose? Just do it.
Just shoot my shot? Maybe no. I don't want to shoot my shot to prison. Just like I don't want to first time something and I also want to stay a virgin.
What's the quote of the day? The same boiling water that makes an egg turn hard will make a potato soft. So you need to dictate your environment and don't let the environment dictate you.
As a person with one eye, a kid with autism, and I lost my mom at 6 years old and removed her out of the car like a wet spaghetti, I have an interesting view and gratefulness of the world. Maybe that's why my videos are so happy, even if the news is so bad.
That's one thing we agree on.
And also I got MS. Half my body was paralyzed. At least it's working now. Not a lot of feeling, just like my penis. But I guess I just last a lot longer.
There's a bigger reason.
Wife, let's go!
Why are you running?
Don't get me wrong, mabosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam jam, durlo, que ta verde, ta welcome.